Then what? Silence stretched between you. The moonlight flickered in his eyes as he looked at it. I never left, he finally said. You're bros forever. What? Even when everything fell apart. In our family, he clenched his jaw. When they turned each other against each other, I stayed away here, but I didn't stop looking. Your heart skipped. I would come here sometimes. He continued softly, not every day, not enough to get caught, but enough hoping I would see you. Your breath hitched, the weight of his words sitting deep inside your chest. You shook your head lightly. You're serious? He gave a small, almost helpless smile. You think I would forget you that easily? The wind brushed past, carrying silence with it. And all those years, you whispered, you never came to me. I couldn't, he said, his voice tightened, not without making things worse for you, for both of us. A pause. But that didn't mean I stopped. He stopped himself, then stepped closer, loving you. The word hung in the air like something fragile, something dangerous. Your heart pounded so lightly, you were sure he could hear it. Jungkook. I tried to hate you, he admitted with a quiet laugh. Though it would be easier thought if I believed everything our family said. I could just move on. And you asked, barely breathing. His eyes softened. I couldn't. You looked away, trying to steady yourself, but he gently caught your wrist. Come back to me, he murmured. And this time you didn't pull away. After that night, everything changed. It started with small things, late night texts, short meetings, stolen hours between busy days. Then it became longer walks, quiet conversations, laughter that felt like it belonged to another life, the one you lost, the one you found again. Being with Chandu felt easy, familiar, like no time had passed at all, but reality was never far behind. You know this is risky, you whispered one evening, sitting beside him on the same hill he hummed, leaning back to his hands. So is not seeing you. You smiled faintly, but worry lingered in your eyes. Our families don't get to decide this. He cut you more firmly than usual. Then his tone softened, not this. You wanted to believe in God, you wanted to, and for a while you did, until the day everything shattered again. You were laughing, actually laughing, as Jungkook said something ridiculous, but your hand lightly hitting his arm, the moment felt warm, safe. Vian, your body went completely still. That was slowly you turned. Your brother stood a few steps away, his expression unreadable, but his eyes they burned. His gaze shifted from you to Jungkook, and everything changed in an instant. Of all people, he said coldly, jaw tightening, him, listen, you started standing up quickly. No, he snapped. You listen, Jungkook stepped forward, slightly positioning himself closer to you. His voice was calm but firm. This isn't what you think. Oh, I know exactly what this is. Your brother shot back. You think you can just walk back into her life like nothing happened? Jungkook didn't flinch because it didn't, not between us. Don't your brother run. His voice was low and dangerous. Don't act like your family didn't run yours. And yours didn't. Jungkook fired back, his patience cracking. Stop, you shouted, stepping between them. Your heart racing. The tension was suffocating. This isn't about them, you said, looking at your brother desperately. This is about me. It stopped being just about you the moment you choose him, he replied sharply, your chest tightened. I didn't choose sides, you said quietly. I chose someone I. You stopped yourself, but it was too late. Your brother's expression hardened. You what? Silence. Jungkook hand found yours, squeezing gently. You closed your eyes for a brief second, then opened them. I love him. The words felt heavier this time, realer. Finally, your brother let out a bitter laugh, shaking his head. Let go after Jungkook said his eyes grew dangerous. For a second it looked like things would spiral out of control, but your brother didn't fight him. Instead he pulled you back hard. We are leaving. Wait, you turned desperately to Jungkook, your free hand reaching out, Jungkook. But your brother didn't give you a chance. He dragged you up, ignoring your protest, your pleas, your tears. You stayed in his grave, trying to look back one last time, and you saw Jungkook standing there. Yes, because he knows stopping you now won't solve the problem permanently. The image stayed with you long after you were forced inside your house. You have embarrassed this family enough, your dad said, his voice quiet but firm. This ends now. Dad, please, I have already made arrangements. Your stomach dropped. What arrangement? He looked at you, expression unreadable. You have getting engaged. The words sang in his ear. To Mr. Min's son. Everything inside you went still. No, you whispered. No, you can't. It's already decided. Everything inside you went still. No, you whispered. No, you can't. It's already decided. I'm doing this because I won't let you destroy everything we have built. You met him 2 days later, Min. He smiled too easily, acted too polite, and somehow that made you trust him even less. Long time no see, he said casually, like this was just another friendly meeting and not a forced engagement. You crossed your arms. Let's not pretend we're happy about it. He chuckled softly. Who said I was pretending? You frowned. Something about him felt off. You don't seem surprised. You said softly. Should I be? You never liked him. Their family always gave up. Wives not to mention, if he was true friend. You would have broke friendship with either your dad or Jungkook said, but that didn't happen. You didn't answer, but still there was something in his eyes, something calculating, like he knew more than he was letting on. He stood in the hallway outside the study, fingers tightening around the tray of the tea you had been asked to bring. The door was slightly ajar. You did well, Minho. You froze before his father's voice. I told you, the older man continued, a low chuckle following both families in one hand. Years ago I took their living, now I will take their pride. Your breath hitched. What about the past? Minho asked. His voice was calm, too calm. What if they find out what really happened between them? They won't, his father replied sharply. They still blame each other. That's the beauty of it. I framed them so perfectly they destroyed themselves. They slipped slightly in your hands. Framed them, your family, Jungkook's family. And now, the man added, you marry the girl and everything they have becomes ours again. Your heart slammed against your ribs. You stepped back silently, your mind spiraling. So it wasn't betrayal, it was never betrayal. Both families had been manipulated, and now you were being used as a final piece. You didn't remember how you reached your room. Your hands were shaking as you grabbed your phone. There was only one person you could call. One person who deserved to know the truth, Jungkook. Yes, baby, don't worry, I will make everything right. Jungkook said as soon as he picked up the call without listening. No, Jungkook, listen, I have something to tell you. Yes, baby, back then, between our families, it wasn't what we thought another was. Then sharper this time. What are you talking about? His father, Minho's father, he admitted it. He took money from both sides, framed both families, made them believe the other betrayed them. The line went dead silent. 3 days later, Jungkook stood in your living room, uninvited, unwelcome, unframed. Your father rose to his feet, instantly anger flashing across his face. How dare you come into this house? How I got in isn't important. Jungkook cut him off, his voice steady but burning underneath. What matters is why I am here. Your mother looked between the two families, tension thick in the air like a storm about to break. You have no right, your father started again. I have proof. That stopped everything. Jungkook stepped forward, placing a file on the table. No assumption, no accusation, he said, just facts. Your heart pounded as he opened it. Documents. Bank transfer, old contracts, hidden transactions, all rooted in Minho's father. Jungkook continued. Same date, same accounts, both families targeted. Her father's expressions shifted, anger cracking into something uncertain. That's impossible, he muttered. It's not, you whispered. All eyes turned to you, your voice steadied. As you stepped forward, I heard him. He admitted everything, the framing, the money, even this marriage. The room fell into suffocating silence. Jungkook made your eyes for the first time since he arrived. His gaze softened for a second before saying, and there's more, he said quietly, sliding one last paper forward. Legal ownership drills. After your marriage, their family would get indirect control over your assets. Your father sank back into his chair. Your mother covered her mouth. Years of anger, years of blame, built on a lie. The truth didn't explode. It settled, slow, crushing, irreversible. And for the first time in years, your family stood in the same room, not as an enemy, but as people who had both been wronged. Jungkook's finger wrapped around yours instinctively, as if he had been waiting for the moment all along. Your dad gave a small nod, the kind that said more than words ever could. Before stepping back, it's just the two of you now. I told you, Jungkook whispered softly, his thumb brushing over your knuckles. We would get through it. You let out a small, breathless laugh. Your heart finally light out again. I know, I just. You didn't get to finish. He pulled you closer, gently but surely, like he was afraid you might disappear if he hesitated. And then his lips met yours. It wasn't rushed, it wasn't desperate, it was soft, uncertain, like a promise finally fulfilled. Every beat of fear, every moment of doubt melted away. When you pulled back, your forehead rested against his, both of us smiling in quiet disbelief. Everything had changed, and it felt exactly like it was always meant to be.